Welcome back to another Graffiti Black podcast. It's been a while.
Been a minute.
And we're back in the Bear studio.
We are. We're back in the Bear. I'm very happy. Are you ready to crank this one out?
Bust it out? Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready to bust it and crank it. Let's do it. Yeah. Okay. So where do we start? We got a few things actually.
Yeah, it's been a minute, so we got stuff we can catch up on.
Yeah. First of all, you have the ultimate tailgate happening tomorrow with the Bear.
You do too, because I get a guest, and guess who my guest is?
The Bear.
I bring an actual bear.
Yeah, the mascot. Yeah, that'll be fun. This is gonna be your first tailgate, ultimate tailgate with the Bear.
It is, only been here since July. Heard a lot of fun stories from fellow coworkers about how people here handle their alcohol. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Lots of stories. I heard they can get a little bit rowdy. It is a Notre Dame tailgate after all, with not free alcohol, but a ton of alcohol will be provided to a little bit of a rowdy crowd. So,
well, we'll just, pray about the before going in.
I'm going to be one of them.
Yeah. It's going to be fun, though. Also, we're making a point to kind of hit up a few wineries this weekend, kind of change some pace, Going to bring our friend Jess out. That'll be pretty fun.
Yeah, so we're going from, the trailer trash of, drinking events to, I'm going to buy a beautiful dress. We're going to, these super pretty wineries, and, it'll be so chill. And we just get to have, little appetizers and sip our wine and have, a little girls' chat plus Jameson.
Yeah, I guess so.
He loves it. Don't let him fool you. He loves it. But, yeah, it's just kind of funny, the two drinking dynamics there. Just pounding beers in a parking lot versus a beautiful scenic winery.
Yes. But if people have never made a point to go check out the wineries in Michigan, just go up north. We're in South Bend right now. If you go up to Baroda, Michigan, there's just wineries everywhere. You've never really been to any of these, so this is a brand new experience for you.
Yeah, and they're every alcohol that I ever have that has Michigan cherries or Michigan blueberries specifically is the most incredible drink I've ever had in my entire life. So I'm looking forward to trying to find some of those.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if necessarily the grapes from Michigan are top tier, but for sure the cherries and blueberries and any wine that they create is so good.
I feel like both of you will really enjoy it. I've gone up there several times with my family where it's been a Sunday. We've just gone up there and hit up a handful, and then that's it. But it's always been a really cool experience. It's super relaxed. So I think you guys are really going to like it no matter what.
Yeah, and you're a DD for sure. So how excited are you to just have two girls in your car? It was going to be three girls, but she dropped out.
Yeah.
And then, we're just going to be like, Jameson!
Jess is a talker, too. You guys are going to be
Her and I are going to be a lethal combo.
Yeah,
when we're wine drunk in your car.
Perfect match, yeah.
Yeah. And you just get to sit there
I probably have a bigger tolerance than both of you, so I'll just be like, all right, we'll figure it out.
I know, but you're just going to be driving, and we're going to be like, ah! In the back.
Probably.
Woo!
Yep. It's going to be a fun time.
Turn into woo girls.
I don't think it requires alcohol to get you guys like that, but yeah. That's going to be fun.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, a new show that we had come up, guys, is December 11th at Stockroom in South Bend. Is it Stockroom East?
It just says Stockroom on their stuff now.
Because I keep thinking for some reason East is in there. I could be wrong. Anyways, I've been there several times, so I should know what the title is. But really cool venue. This is going to be my first time performing there. So it's going to be really awesome. Have you been there?
Nope.
Okay, of course you haven't. So she doesn't go outside except for when she's here. But excellent place. Thank you, Matt, for having us on. I'm very excited to be a part of it. So the band that we are opening for is called the Warped Band. So they're like
a Warped Tour tribute, which is really cool. So just all pop punk.
Yeah, and so naturally we were a perfect fit. So I was like, okay, cool. As soon as I saw the band, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pop punk, because guess what we play?
blues and R&B.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lots of John Mayer.
Yeah. But we were doing some content 2 days ago with Brendan, so you guys are gonna see a lot of that. We're taking our content on YouTube and TikTok. I guess that naturally falls off onto YouTube as well. But we're taking our content very seriously. We're just creating a huge catalog for like the next 3 or 4 songs that we're just kind of steamrolling through and promoting. So you guys are going to see a lot of different types of like content on TikTok as well, but on YouTube too. Been hammering that the past few weeks. So if you guys aren't really following a lot of our stuff on YouTube or TikTok, I would say absolutely hit that link tree in our bio. Just start following the stuff if you guys want to see more of the videos that we're producing. So we're really amping it up.
Very cool. It was really fun to go film those. The lighting was super cool. Found out really quick that the skirt that I bought from Target, totally see-through. So you want to go watch that video? It'll be up there.
You did not drop that.
Yeah.
It was all backlit, but your base was low enough. That's fine.
The backlighting was the one that did it. Because as soon as you're like power pose, it's like you can see
you can see
everything.
the outline of your leg. You can't see everything. Okay.
So hey, I found out real quick why that skirt was on clearance in Target.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, get this out of here.
Yeah. Nobody's buying them, or they're going to try them on and being like, we'll just put them on the clearance rack and nobody will notice until they get home and realize that it's completely see-through.
Yeah. But I think it'll still work out. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was low lit enough. But
it was. It's fine.
We filmed in Brendan's space, in his practice space, and we got Brendan in on some of the drum footage. So Brendan, thanks for being a part of that. It looks great. So really, really fun stuff. It's a little experimental. But it looks cinematic as hell, and that's always the goal. We're really trying to push the online image of how our stuff looks. We really want it to look top tier, but also just like be able to like shell stuff out as soon as we can. So
absolutely.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on like everything that we've been going through? Because we've done a few meetups now where we're actually trying to like prioritize and really strategize. I've never done that before with another person when it comes to this band. That's a whole new ball game in my opinion. So some of it has been a little bit hectic. It's been like here's everything. Now how do we scale it back and make it realistic?
Yeah.
So like what's your thoughts been on any of that? Just how you've even processed it?
I don't know. I've just kind of processed it as it's come because like I've also had a lot of these ideas in my head for like years. I've just never been had the ability or equipment to like utilize and do anything with. Like I've always wanted to do this shit, but I never was able to.
Yeah.
And within when did we start? January, right?
Yeah.
It's like December, January since we've started, really locking in on stuff. And just like look at all that we have built together since then. And it's like, okay, so we're like at this point now, let's regroup and take the next 6 months to really focus in on what can we do from here to just keep going.
Yeah, but in a realistic way, because we have our own lives, we have our own things that we do.
Yeah, you and I are blessed enough, though, that we are able to make our own schedules, and that kind of does work to our advantage, where you and I don't have, quote-unquote normal people jobs, I would say.
We have cool people jobs.
I do technically have a 9-to-5, however, it's very flexible, so.
You have a way better schedule than we even had a few months ago.
100%. Moving over here has allowed me the freedom to just like unlock every single creative bone in my body, because I feel like I was so restricted before because it's like, I like only have this certain amount of time, but I also have to get in my chores and my shopping and like, laundry and stuff like that. And then I need to sit down and try to write and create and play my bass. And it's like, this has just given me where I can take small little breaks throughout my day and like focus in on something else for a little bit, especially when I get so creatively drained sometimes, because radio is hard. I'm making these things up every single day. I'm writing content multiple times a day, every single day, and that kind of gets overwhelming sometimes.
I believe
that's such like first world problems for me to be like, oh my God, I'm talking to a microphone all day long. Like, but think of anything else that you do in life
Yep.
and like apply that to here,
Yeah.
where you're like, wow, you're having to use your brain a lot and like create. I don't know how to word it. You know what I mean? Where
I think it's a new pace that you have because you're approaching a different type of show in a different way. With Froggy, you had to they're like, go, just keep talking. With this one, they're like, hit the point, boom, back to music.
in and out, yeah, and I that's what's different over here is I've been so blessed to keep it like musically focused.
Mhm.
You know, I want to let you guys know what's going on in my life personally and with you and with the band and things like that. But I also am so lucky to be able to be like, just focus on the music. Here's all the music news. Here's their tours, new songs, stuff like that. Just stuff that's always
Yeah.
in my brain. So, like, just keeping it so focused on that has been so nice compared to just coming up with 2 minutes of nonsense yapping,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So you've been really stretching and creating that. You've been stretching that creativity.
I really
Seeing where
want to
that's going.
solidify myself as like, oh, you need to know like pretty much anything about music, especially 90s, because my
Yeah.
big thing is 90s and noon.
Yeah.
You go to Morgan or you listen to my show, you know? So that is what I want for me. And I think I'm getting there.
Yeah, I think you're doing great. And on top of that, really want to talk about when people are actually recognizing you and seeing you. They're like, oh, you're Morgan on the radio.
Yeah.
Did we talk about any of those yet?
No.
Yeah, talk about the first one when you're actually getting coffee or whatever. Was that McDonald's?
Yeah, I was getting McDonald's breakfast. I don't know if we talked about this last time or not, but I was getting McDonald's breakfast and I got recognized. Yeah, we talked about it last time. I was getting McDonald's breakfast and I got
Maybe we did.
recognized. I got like a couple of just like, hey, Morgan, like out in public. And I'm like, hi. Keep walking.
Yeah.
Some, at the grocery store or something. And I'm like, I don't know who you are. But, then we go out like we did last night. I went and gave away some tickets to the thing on Saturday, this Saturday. It is currently September 12th. And, all those people so nice.
Yeah.
So everybody's been generally cool. You do get the occasional weirdo, like the guy who called me the other day. And he won tickets and then immediately was like, are you single, baby? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, I'm not either, but I'd love to take you out sometime. And I was like, no, sorry.
That's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. He shot his shot. Not gonna dog him on that, but could have been executed a little less weird.
What's a little less weird look like?
I have no idea. Just not through like, I don't know. I'm just trying to work. Like, huh? You just
Fair
want
enough.
tickets. Say thank you and hang up. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need to try to riz me up through the phone, please.
It's funny. It is kind of funny though.
It is
But-
kind of funny. So I'm taking you with me on Saturday.
Yeah, I have no idea what to expect. It's probably not going to be that crazy, but
It's not.
there'll probably be a few people who are like, oh, wow, they're really going. Like, they really like football.
Yep. Or alcohol.
Let's talk about really quickly the last show we just did at Sam's, at Bardo's.
Yeah, so we had a show in Fort Wayne that we did. I don't think we even did a podcast after that one because you and
No.
I were just really mentally and physically exhausted. Yo, I passed the fuck out in Indianapolis. No idea what happened. And so we
Yeah.
traveled to Indianapolis the day before. I got sick or something. I don't know what happened, but we did a music video for a friend of ours and then went up to Fort Wayne the very next day to perform. I don't feel like I gave my best performance there at all.
I didn't either.
No hate to the venue, no hate to our friends that were there. It was so hot. It was like 98 degrees with like a 90% humidity. It was so hot.
It felt like that in the spot we were playing in. I was just so I was hot from it.
I
The
was
way
so hot.
my fingers were hitting the strings. I was screwing up solos left and right.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing well.
I wasn't playing well. I wasn't singing well. I don't know what happened on Friday the day before, but I was like sick and it took me a really hot minute to like get out of that and I still wasn't feeling 100%. And So yeah, Fort Wayne, not the best.
Did you get an update on that,
No,
by the way?
not yet. They just think it was my anemia.
I think it definitely
Your
could have
girl
been.
anemic as hell, and they think it was just like a weird blood pressure dip. But you were there to save me, so thank you. Keep my head from hitting the floor.
I guess if we're going to talk about it, we can relive it for a second. Yeah, I remember, you were standing next to me, and then I just look over and I see there's these papers that are in front of your hands. All I see out of the corner of my eyes, your hands do this and hit the papers. And I was like, what are you doing? And you're just like, you were just not there. I'm
Like,
like,
it didn't
oh,
look
this
like
girl
I
is like,
fent folded or something.
like Morgan's like not here. Like
Yeah.
mentally, I'm like, okay. So I just moved you over to a chair. Otherwise you were going to, kiss the floor. And then you woke up like 2 minutes later. But I remember for like the next few hours, you were not like all the way. It's like you were slowly rebooting.
I don't know if you've ever been under anesthesia before. I've been under a couple of times for like medical procedures. That's literally what it felt like coming out. It was like,
Jeez.
It was so cloudy. My brain was just so fogged. It felt like I took like an hours long nap, even though I was only out for like a couple of minutes, apparently. I don't know. I was out.
It was
I remember
quick.
I got out of the car. I went to the bathroom. I was totally fine. I came to stand next to you at the check-in counter
Yep.
while you were getting
Yeah.
our room keys. And just, I
Yeah.
remember getting like kind of hot and like dizzy. I was like, and then it just hit my head and the whole room went like this. And then I was like, I need to, like, maybe if I just close my eyes, I'll feel better, like on a roller coaster. And then nothing.
Yeah.
As soon as I let my eyes close, it was like game over, done. And I was
Yeah.
like cognizant that it was happening, which was the weirdest feeling of all. Was like I passed out. Like I knew what happened when I woke up. Like I was totally fine, but like, yeah, it just felt like I was coming out of like anesthesia. Like it just took a really hot minute for me to like fully wake my brain back up, I guess, or my body. I don't know what happened, but
Well, we're glad that
scary
it didn't.
stuff.
We're glad it didn't progress past that. That was really odd. So
Yeah.
haven't seen anything like that since.
No, I've never also passed out before, so that was a very
Yeah.
weird experience and the first time that's ever happened. And
Yeah.
I don't know,
Let's
but
make sure that's the last.
well, yeah,
Eat your iron.
eat my iron.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on that.
Uh-huh.
That was crazy.
Yeah, but
it was,
that just,
it was a pretty hot day, and I remember there's just a lot of stuff that like I was physically having to move around. Where I'm like, that's just kind of the name of the game. How it's like I'm doing the music video stuff. You're moving lights, you're setting stuff up, and
Yeah, I was struggling pretty hard. I like actually didn't want to let you know how like bad I was struggling because I felt so bad.
I was telling you to not do anything because I could tell.
I know.
And you're like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, stop moving. Like, sit down. I'm like, no,
That's not
you
the
make me
kind
mad.
of person I am. I just, I was
Doesn't
there
matter.
to help you.
Just don't. No, it's like it doesn't matter at that point. It does not matter what we're doing. It's like just no. Like go lay down and sleep. That's crazy.
Yeah, but that just kind of culminated to like not the best performance in Fort Wayne, and that like
Yeah, I
it
remember.
didn't make me upset, but it was just I just remember walking away being like, "Damn, dude, that sucked."
Yeah,
I was
that
so
wasn't
ass.
cool. I remember I was feeling okay up until the point where we started like moving stuff and having to unload the car just to get stuff out and set up for the show. At that point, I'm
Yeah.
like, this may not go very well.
Yeah, I was super exhausted already.
Yeah.
I slept really good the night before. We got done at like 6 and just slept. But I don't know. I think it was just the heat or something.
There was
But
just a lot of
definitely
exhaustion
walked away
taking
from
place.
that show just being like, damn, dude, I definitely did not put my best foot forward with that one.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of external factors. Could I have just like faked it through it? Yeah, but like it was just so bad. And then not saying we were totally horrible or anything, but the heat.
Sometimes you have shows where you're just like, yeah, this wasn't good. We just need to improve.
Yeah.
Or we just need to like have a little bit of breathing room to come back.
Well, and I think every band's gonna feel that way. And again, like
Yeah,
it's not like we
happens.
were terrible. Everybody still loved it. It's the internal of you knowing, like, I messed up that note. I messed up that note. I messed up that solo.
Like the room.
I missed this thing.
The room
Like,
was, yeah, the room was super hot, and it's like there were just parts that I remember all three of us were just kind of like missing. There was like different parts where it's
Yeah.
like I would miss like a whole part with a solo. Where I'm like, cool. Then there's a part where it's like Brendan just forget what part to come in, what part to stop at. It's like,
yeah,
all right. And
I would hit a wrong note.
I feel like there's times where you or I just couldn't hear each other very well. So there's just like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
definitely
just,
one
that's
of
how
those.
it kind of, you know, sometimes stuff set up like that. We're like, okay, we just have to figure out how to navigate this.
Yeah, but I feel like we redeemed ourselves with the next one. We got invited to play at another
Yeah.
Notre Dame tailgate, which was so much fun.
Yeah.
Turned into a bit of a cover band. And if you guys haven't noticed, we have had a couple of new drummers with us. And love Brendan to death, but Mans is so busy. He is with so many bands all over the area. So, you know, he's unavailable for some of the stuff that we were wanting to do. So it's like, okay, let's like start branching out, bringing in some new people so that we can always have
Yeah.
Brendan with us. But for these other opportunities that maybe Brendan isn't available for.
Yeah, we love playing with Brendan. Like, I still look at him as like he's our number one guy. And like, none of that's changed. But
No,
yeah,
he
after, like,
is the guy.
I think there was like 4 or 5 different times where I'm like, oh, I'd love to play this show. But then we find out, excuse me, he can't do it. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
Again, it's just so many obligations. You know, so many of us play in different bands around here. We fill in, we go around to just help other people out. And Brendan is so amazing at doing that. So it just happens, you know?
Yeah,
it's
legit,
it's
he's
what
very
everybody
outstanding
does
drummer.
around here.
Yeah. Yeah. People just like to be a part of different things. Like part of like this guy that does rap. People just play drums for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the other band.
Lalo.
Yes. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you pronounce that band? But yeah, and then he just has other stuff going on too. And so we respect that.
Yes, we brought in our friend Josh from Groupies Wanted. We've also got
Awesome
our
drummer.
friend Steve. We've got a couple others that are interested in hanging out with us a little bit. So it's just been really fun to like branch out and play with a bunch of like really talented musicians around here. There is a well of opportunity.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of opportunity. And I think it actually like keeps it a little bit fresh so that we're able to, I think what it does is it kind of helps me work on my leadership skills of like when you're working with a new person too, how to keep it fun, but still keep it super objective and like on point where you can still be like really on the ball with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I notice there's times where when I do have band practice and we don't have like a super specific goal, I can get a little bit like, I don't like to use the word lazy, but it probably can be that where it's like the band practice time slot. Sometimes it's not used as efficiently as it could. So I'll see that in retrospect and be like, oh, wow. It's like when we have a new drummer that we're working with, like whether it's Steve or Josh, it's like that will retest my focus and be like, okay, how diligent was this time? Is it going to be used? And so it makes me like really reset the bar of like, let's make sure we get like these next 3 songs, like get this done, get out of the way.
Yeah. Well, we have so much to focus in on.
Yeah.
Too. It's all original as well, which is not the easiest to learn, but luckily we've been blessed with some pretty, again, amazing musicians.
Yeah, I would say people that are extremely competent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we had this tailgate show. We brought in our friend Josh. We did turn into a bit of a cover band, which in retrospect, we could have played all of our originals and they would have absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
After they were telling that to us when we were like standing there, they were like, we would have loved to hear more originals. We were like,
I didn't hear that. I missed that part of the conversation, but
the guy that hired us was saying he loves like original bands.
oh, okay.
We just didn't have enough time with Josh to really nail down all of our entire catalog. So we were like, okay, let's pepper in like 5 songs and then make the rest covers.
And on that note too, I learned hash pipe like 2 days before it, and I like had the lyrics in front of me, but I knew where all the chords and stuff went, and I actually got the solo right. So I was like, all right, cool. Made it
You
work.
sounded great. We got lots of compliments. All of the videos from that ended up being really good. And it was a lot of fun. You know, I love to do covers. I don't want to be a cover band. I love to do a couple of them here and there. Maybe with the Warped Tour band, we can do a couple of pop punk covers because of them. So, maybe we can bust out Hash Pipe or something again, something simple, but
I kind of like it, but
that one was fun to play, to be honest.
Yes, but I just remember there was a certain point, like between like 2014 and 17, somewhere in that time span. I'm like, man, I hit that ceiling.
Cover bands are very saturated around here as well, and not a ton of original things that like we're doing, I guess, where it's like
to me it gets rid of innovation, and it makes me think I'm stuck.
Well, yeah.
Not to sound bitter. I'm not trying to sound like that at all. I'm just looking at it from my perspective of, if I want to do this stuff with a band and play, what is like actually getting me going, and what makes me think, wow, there's more on the horizon.
Absolutely. It's just, we've been very selective about the jobs that we've taken so far. But it's like, if you just want to play all the time, anywhere, everywhere, that'll take you. It's like covers. Yeah. Just do covers. Yeah, we can sprinkle in a couple originals, but, you got to give the people what they want. Hear a couple of songs that they know and be like, I know that song. And then be like, here's one of our own.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something we could delve into a little more. Because, or we do like 80% original, couple of covers in there.
That I'm totally game for. I just want it to feel like this has a fresh, fun appeal that is exciting to get people say, wow, I want to hear that band's music. Not, I want that band to play Stacy's Mom. I'm like,
absolutely.
Like I'm just not down for that.
I think also expanding our set list so that we have like maybe a 2-hour mark would be a cool idea, because
played like
something that we ran into, we just brought Josh in, so he didn't know, what we practice is what we practice, but we ran into people being like, more songs.
Yeah, and that's fair. With you and Brendan, we've done a handful of shows so far.
Absolutely would have been able to pull out like John Mayer or, something fun, something else different. But at this show, we were like, we literally haven't practiced anything else.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
Like, just expanding to having more that we can pull out of our hat is probably like a good thing to have in our back pocket.
And with that, we need to talk about two things that just happened. First of all, right before we started recording this episode, we witnessed a plus-size model.
Oh, my God.
We need to talk about this.
Okay.
What was her name? Tess?
Tess Holiday. She was on the Tamron Hall show. Because there's a TV in here that I can't shut off. And I said, whoa. And Jameson turned around and said, wow.
Is that how it came out?
Yeah.
Wow. That was crazy. Listen. Whoa. I feel like that's all we gotta say. Drink your piss. Because what is that?
It's Celsius.
What is that?
It's cheaper to buy the powder packs than to buy
hold that up
a
to the
can
camera.
of Celsius.
Hold it up.
It's not.
Hold it up. What is that? That is piss.
It's Peach Vibe Celsius from a packet. 200 milligrams of caffeine.
200 milligrams of piss.
It's not piss. Somebody downstairs definitely just heard
Propel.
me. Somebody downstairs definitely just heard me scream that.
Piss! Yeah, so whatever that is, that's crazy. Also, we're going to reiterate, Taylor Swift got engaged. Morgan, how has that affected your day-to-day life?
You were here when that happened.
I know. How has it affected your life since?
There's not a day that goes by that I haven't thought about it.
I know how big a fan you are of Taylor Swift. What's your top 3 songs that you love by her?
Oh boy,
you start. You go first. I'll do second.
There's that. There's like the love story one.
So I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the one about her, like talking about getting like finger blasted while he plays his PlayStation or something.
A little unfamiliar with that territory, but okay.
Yeah, the lyrics were like, I like stifle my moans while you're on chat with the boys or something.
That sounds like a fanfic. I'm not gonna lie.
No. It's real. It's real.
I mean, I believe it's real. No. We don't gotta.
No.
We don't
We're pulling
gotta.
up the receipts. We're pulling up the receipts.
We don't gotta do that. We don't gotta do
Because
that.
I don't know what song it is.
Eh.
What's your 3? While I verify that I'm correct.
I would say. So here we go. My favorite are American Idiot, All the Small Things, and Fat Lip. Those are my top 3 Tay Swift songs.
You know, I'm not going to use the work computer for what I was just about to Google.
I think you should actually. Kyle, check that computer. Yes, one final story. So yesterday we were at a restaurant for one of Morgan's live remotes, okay? Where she goes out, talks to people, yells at customers, fights people, things like that. Very family-friendly activities. And sometimes I'll hang out, right? So I had a minute. I was like, I need to kind of use the restroom. So I go in the bathroom there, and there's a stall, right? And usually you can like kind of get an idea if someone's in there. I'm like, okay, clearly no one's in there. I open it, and I kind of turn the corner, and there's just this kid just sitting on the toilet, just staring at me.
No, I would
words.
understand if it was like a 4-year-old that was in there by
No, the
themselves,
kid might
like
have
somebody
been-
my son's age.
He might have been close to 10, probably 10, maybe 11. But this kid is just sitting there like this. He's just sitting there, no words spoken.
You came out
So
like traumatized.
No, I open the door and I just see a kid. I'm like, all right, there's a whole kid in there. And like the guy over here pissing is just like, like he laughs at me. I'm like, all right. And like at that point, okay, it's like we made eye contact for a second and I'm like, that's weird. I close it. Dead silent after that.
You just created like a core memory for that poor child.
For me. Why the hell were you so weird? So anyway, I'm like, I piss. I wash my hands. Kid comes out next to me. He washes hands. We don't say anything. I'm like, all right. I just get out of there. And I'm just like, the hell was that?
You reenacted this whole thing for me as well.
Yeah, I did. I definitely did.
You like went not across the restaurant, but like at least 10 feet away from me to show me.
I gave you a very visual representation of what I went through because I was like, you got to witness it too.
You did. It took you a couple of tries because you had to be like.
So, hey, if you're 10 years old and you watch this, if you're in a stall, first of all, lock the fucking door. Lock the door. You're not 1 year old.
Well, again, I'd be like,
Lock the
if it was like a
stupid door.
4-year-old that was like, I can do it myself, I would have let my son go do it himself. But like, the
I was like this far in. I was like, so I was a little annoyed. So, what are your thoughts on that? Cool. Cut the cameras.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never